Unfortunately, stopped it.
Call the school board meeting to order on July 1st. Dave, roll call.
Dick?
Here.
Don?
Here.
No, that's it. Dave's here. Joe?
Here.
Jim?
Present.
Approval of notice.
That's stated on the agenda.
Approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Joe.
Second.
By Dave. Questions on the agenda? Joe?
Aye.
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 Motion carried 5-0-1. Citizens' comments? Approval of minutes of the June 17th meeting.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Jim, seconded by Joe. Any questions on the minutes? Jim?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Motion carried 5-0-1. Dave, communications?
Yes, we have one thank you note to our friends at the Mayville School District. Thank you so much for the amazing support and sponsorship you provided for the Elevate Parenting Conference. It was a huge success and positively impacted families within our community. This was only possible because of our sponsors. Thank you sincerely, the Open Door Board.
All right, thank you.
The new place open here?
No.
I think the fall. Okay, we have resolution 1920-3. Approval of regular semi-monthly bills.
So moved.
Motion by Joel,
I'll second.
second by Jim. Questions on the bills? Hearing none. Joe?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried 5-0-1. And the committee reports?
We need to schedule a policy committee meeting, and we'll do that by email. The dates, I guess I kind of threw out there.
So the
Work.
17th and 18th,
Okay?
so I know that I would be available the 17th in the morning.
I'm not available either day.
Yeah. So we'll just reach out to our advisor and let them know to push back the next update that's coming, and we'll just coordinate something in August, so it's okay.
Okay.
There were none of the policies I thought were like significantly pressing. It's important to get them done and to be on time, so we'll just go for some dates in August where
Okay.
we're all more accessible.
Administrative report.
I'm headed into vacation mode, so looking ahead, there's still a lot of summer school activity. Becky's been very busy, she can speak to that. The referendum is definitely full steam ahead. There's an objective of having, I would say, 95% of the work complete by August 1st, which is very exciting for us. So we'll start being able to put ourselves back together and cleaning the building, and significantly different than last year where we were really trying to push it as much as we can. I have a picture I just put up here. This is what the auditorium looks like. You can still see like that's some touch-up paint that needs to be done over there. The floor has been, they're prepping it for the seat install, and it'll just be like a sealed concrete, but the aisles will be carpeted and the bottom area will be. This middle section here is designed to be a pit for the band when needed. Otherwise, this will actually be filled up to seats right up to here. There'll be an aisle in front. So it's all new lighting. You can see here new sound system. It's a exceptional screen up on stage as far as like bigger than life feeling. So it's all coming together great, and the sound booth is close to being complete. I think by the end of this week that'll be all done. So state-of-the-art facility is what that's about to be, which is great. There's a concession stand, guidance office, life skill area. That looks like that'll be pretty much all done by the middle of July, so by July 12th. And then the auditorium, the seats are going to be going in July 14th through the 20th that week. I think it's only a 3-day process once they're being delivered. The auditorium will seat 410 people in the seats. Becky had just asked me before the meeting, or meeting Dick, about the handicap accessible area. Again, this area right here is a permanent staging for handicap accessible seats. So they'll have a space that you can enter for the wheelchair, and that probably has like 6 seats, maybe even more. We can put chairs.
There's one identical on the other side.
Yep, both sides. And it originally was supposed to have a railing, but once the seats are all in, it pretty much is a natural railing, so it'll have a little bit of a lip like this right here versus a railing, so it doesn't block the view of the people who are sitting in the seat. So our library is all set to be finished by July 15th. The furniture is actually being delivered for that, so that's 2 weeks ahead of schedule, so that our librarian, who's a contracted service, can come and help to tee that up and get that work done, not coming in last minute, so that's exciting. And then the lower level, some of the alternate scope, the art classrooms and the lower level classrooms, those will be done by August 1st too. So we're going to need to work with our students to create some murals still, but overall, we're making great progress and ready to go at the beginning of the school year easily. So,
Is that pit band, is that going to be like a portable wall?
Dick actually asked about that. We're going to have to buy like a rope-off area with a curtain that shows, hey, this is the zone. Yes, so that still has to be purchased. We have plenty of time before we actually have the pit band in there. But yeah, it will look like there's a portable wall. Jim, you had asked at the last board meeting about summer meals. So tonight, you're actually approving the summer meals staffing. And Nikki had shared with me, summer meals it goes Monday through Friday, all summer long. The only 2 dates that are off are July 4th and 5th. And they are done, their last day is August 23rd. So summer meals is for anyone 18 and younger, school age. They're welcome to come, and there are a lot of people that are going to be taking advantage of the program in a positive way here in our community. So it's really
The number of what? We talked about
About 300 at most.
300.
And that has that's impacted summer school and had to have some
Correct.
adjustments
Yep.
because of those numbers, so. it's
How
great
does
to
that work
see.
with busing?
We've adjusted busing to accommodate that, so the buses have the kids, the bus riders at summer school by 7:30, so they have about 25 minutes to have a breakfast before we ring the bell for them to move on to their classes. And then we have the buses picking up, where they used to pick up right at noon, but they're picking up about 12:20. So we do because there's so many kids who eat lunch, we kind of do a stagger lunch start. The littlest ones, the kinders, go and get their lunch about 11:35 and have their meal actually back in their classrooms because there's not enough space for everybody to eat lunch. So the kinders eat there, which is good because it's busy. So it's good to have the little ones in their space. And then at about 10 minutes before the fourth period ends, we send the bus riders out first, so they can be in line first, so we know that they can get their meal done before they have to get on the buses. And then at 11:55, when the bell rings, that's when all the other kids are released to have lunch if they would like to have and choose to have lunch. So that by that time, most of the bus riders are done eating. They're out on the playground playing and waiting for it's time to come in for the buses, and the other kids are having lunch, including the show choir or the children's theater kids, and then they start their children's theater at
Are we
12:30.
seeing anybody outside of
We do.
summer school coming?
We do have families. Some of the moms will bring the younger siblings in and pick the kids up and have lunch with them.
Really?
We've got some household daycare centers or daycares that watch kids from their house that will bring the whole passel of children to have lunch. Yeah, it's beyond just the summer school program.
Okay.
They don't know the lunch count, so it's kind of a hit and miss, because you don't have to sign up. We don't take a lunch count number. They've had to, I know one Friday they had to make more pizzas because they were a little short, so they had enough pizzas
That
for
only
that.
happens at teas.
Yeah, but then this
Yeah,
last,
how funny.
I will speak this last Friday because one of these part-time employees you're about to approve is my daughter. They had made too many pizzas, kind of given what the numbers had been the day before, or the Friday before. this last Friday, and I think leading up to 4th of July week, there were less people there because Glenn was on vacation, so we had some extra food that particular day. But they seem to have it pretty dialed in terms of what they're planning for.
So, next week, Tuesday and Thursday, we'll be working, a team will be working with a representative from CC6 from Ted Nansky's leadership team, the Rapid Improvement Center, to start another deeper level of our strategic planning. So I know I mentioned at the last board meeting that our goal is that we have like a plan on a page by department of goals. So those are coming, so we'll spend 2 days developing those. We also did kind of a save the afternoon on that Wednesday in case we wanted to have some collaboration plan working together. So then possibly do 3 days of continuous improvement work. And then there were 2 applicants for the board vacancy. And so then I think we're pretty much ready to go for those then. We'll reach out to them and notify them that the board will conduct interviews in open session at the next board meeting if they completed their application, so they can certainly make that. And then after that, it is a board vote that night then, and then they take the oath of office at the following board meeting and get rolling. So for the remainder of that seat that's up again, that April has to be re-elected. So that would be it for just a reminder, the next board meeting is July 15th.
Is there any chance we get an email of what the goals are at?
Those are all draft mode.
I know they're drafts, but is there any chance we can see?
Sure.
So we kind of get a
Sure.
idea of
Let's see.
where
They may need a little bit of work afterwards, but absolutely.
I mean, just so you kind of get an idea,
Sure.
board education can get kind of an idea of where everything's kind of tracking.
You bet.
Or even a draft.
Happy to do so. I have no idea what the product's going to be, but
That's
yes. Yes. So I know where we're headed, and one of the things as far as like if you would go to the Fond du Lac School District website, they have their key performance indicators and like their plans on a page. All of those are on their website, so you can see them. So ours will be too. So once everything's all teed up, it'll all be out there for everyone to see. And to me, those are what our community newsletters will be about. These are our goals, and the next round will be here's how we did towards our goals, kind of your return on investment. So,
And then is everyone getting, are more teachers able to provide input, especially when it comes to KPIs and stuff like that?
Okay, so right now, we have a core team that has teacher representatives, and from there, those teacher representatives are on building leadership teams or set councils at the building level. So right
that
now,
information flow is,
yeah, that's why these are draft mode, because we need to get in front of the teachers in August so that they have influence and have an opportunity to discuss it, right? Because otherwise, right now, they're all on vacation other than this team.
that's why I'm wondering how.
And this team's really, it's very large. So we have probably, if everyone showed up, it'd probably be about 20 people, maybe even a little bit larger, but probably right about there. So, and the goal would be is that we even start to get some support staff members on this group as well. So we need a place to meet that's large enough. So, but I think we're making a lot of progress towards that collaboration. We're all in this together. It's not a few administrators in a room. These are our goals, and they're driven by the things that we believe can be measured and we can hold ourselves accountable.
I just think that buy-in and things like that, the
Sure.
more you involve everybody, as much at least to hear word,
Absolutely.
Towards that direction.
For sure. So shared vision, what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So a vision without it being shared is somebody else's thing over at the corner. So I agree with you 100%. And I believe that we are doing that. And it is a process. And right now it's been working with many different staff members, creating a culture about continuous improvement. And we haven't gotten to those goals yet. So that's actually what's just come. So, and they've all been invited to come these 2 days. We'll see. It's summer, so we'll see what we get. But if we don't have a large participation, we'll just keep working on it and make sure that during our in-service and in the fall that everybody's in front of it.
All right, thanks, Scott. Becky, summer school.
Yeah. I took a look at numbers. We have enrolled within our summer school program. So this is entering kindergarten all the way through the kids who are participating in the weightlifting class. The enrollment, the number of active students we have right now in summer school is 547. That's what we have as active participants up through July 12th is the last day for most of our classes. Weightlifting goes until July 26th. And then we've got about 40 kids right now on the docket to take Jump Start starting on July 29th through the 15th of August, as well as any band kids. So band camp will count when they do that in August. That counts towards summer school. Any of the FFA students that are doing their SAEs,
yeah.
Those will count towards summer school. So I think we've got a pretty healthy enrollment this year for summer school, lots of participation. Yeah, it seems to be going really well.
It rains.
Rain is difficult. The one thing I did learn, I will tell you what I learned, is on a rainy day, when lunch is being served and you can't put the kids outside, typically they go to the gym. Well, because I scheduled summer school until noon, we had some basketball camp starting at noon. I have now learned I will schedule summer school till 12:30, so I will have the gym available to us when it's a rainy day to put the kids into. So we've had to punt in some of those weather-related issues. The other snafu I had that Sue is working with is, if there was a need to cancel summer school, I don't have a solid way to, I don't have a Bright Arrow group set up to be able to send a message out to all of our summer school families, because it's not just a school district families, it's parochial school families too. So Sue's helping me figure that out, and I learned that when I woke up on Friday morning and I didn't have electricity because of storms, and I'm like, what if there's no electricity at school?
So
Am I
all
gonna
summer
tell
school
people?
students are in Skyward though?
We are in Skyward, they're a
Yeah.
different entity, so we play out of entities 100, 200, 300.
Yeah.
So Sue's working on trying to figure out how I can build a group to get a message out if we were to need to for all of those families. So those are the things I've learned this summer that I'm working on making sure we have in place.
So have you had problems in the past years? Or?
No, we've not, so that's why I've never thought about it when I woke up and there was no electricity.
When I heard people talking earlier, it's flooded, you know, they had 6 feet of ice in Guadalajara, so who knows what could happen in Mayville, right?
Right. But no, I think that it's going well. We've got a good team of teachers. It's a pretty veteran team of summer school teachers, which is nice as well. We've been responsive to some of the feedback we received from families last year. So this year when we started summer school, all the teachers had a lanyard that said summer school help. And I'd shared that with the families, so they knew that if they saw someone with that lanyard on, that was someone they could ask a question to. Someone who had access to a school map for the summer school, had access to what the classes were going to be, so that families felt like they had people they knew who they could go to and ask questions of while they were getting adjusted. And the first day of summer school is always chaotic, because parents are coming in with their kids and wanting to make sure everybody's got their spot. But no, it's been a good start. We're at start of week 3.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, possible future action items that needs to be discussed. The unfinished business. New business, you have resolution 1920-4, approval of fuel bid for the upcoming from July 1st through December 31st. Need a motion?
So moved.
Joe?
Second.
Second by Dick. Travis?
So I need to amend the resolution. So we currently purchase 3 different types of fuel that you're aware, I'm sure you're all aware of, diesel, gasoline, and propane. The propane will, I want to lock in for a full year, because we buy at this time of the year, we get the best possible price, and I'd like to take advantage of that price all year long.
So if you buy propane in December, it's a little bit
It's
more,
gonna
yeah,
be
got it, okay.
extremely expensive, so, yeah, we'll take advantage of this low $1.25 a gallon price, and take advantage of it all year long. So I'd like to amend the resolution. So diesel and gasoline will be 6 months, and propane 1 year.
I move to amend.
Okay, motion by Dick to amend the resolution to include the propane to go for 1 full year. Second by Joel. Any discussion or questions on the amending this resolution? Dick?
Aye.
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 Motion carried 5-0-1. Any more discussion on what's going on, transportation? How's summer school transportation? Get bugs worked out?
Yep, pretty seamless, so I mean, smooth sailing. Actually drove her out today and it was easy.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably have around 100 or so riders, maybe 120, somewhere in there. But it's, you know, basically our same routes and no real hiccups, so.
2, 3 buses? How many we got?
4 buses.
4 buses.
Oh, well, excuse me, 5. We have a special
Really?
ed bus this year,
Wow.
so, yeah.
Did bodies continue and wanted to drive for next fall?
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then I have three on the radar that will potentially be drivers for us next year, so I'm
Wow.
worked out. Yeah.
Any, go ahead.
You go first.
No, I'm gonna finish the resolution.
Oh, okay. I'll just be quiet for now.
Any discussion on the amended resolution? Joe?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried 5-0-1. Thanks, Travis.
Thank you.
Was there any other bids besides Coles?
No.
So, this part here said unleaded gas, NA.
They don't want to bid
Oh, so you got bids for just the diesel and,
Yeah, the gasoline, they just fluctuate the price as market conditions go
how
up
many
and down.
vehicles are running off of that? That's just our
2,
trucks and
3,
vans.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vehicles, but, you know, low mileage.
Right.
It's
And we
not
don't have a
sustainable.
tank to hold it, so we gotta, we could maybe bid, you know, buy it downtown or buy it.
Through a car lot, but, yeah, Cole's been pretty good to us. I mean, they don't gouge us at all. I mean, it's really market condition prices.
And the cameras, that's what I was gonna ask, with the camera system?
I was actually researching another company just to make sure that we're getting a better price. So far, it looks like we're with Provision is the best scenario. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and order through them. Come get them installed as soon as something's school.
Yeah, today's the first official 2019-20 budget day
Budget,
today.
yeah.
Everybody's out of the gate and all that stuff.
$10,000
Oh my gosh, just hold on. Just slow down.
Did you do your job and spend it all?
Yeah, there's nothing left, I guess, yeah. So July 1 hit, we're done.
If there is any.
Just starting, just starting.
All right, thanks, Travis.
Yep, you bet. Thank you.
Okay, resolution 1920-5, approval to hire Sarah Drews, special education paraprofessional at the high school.
So moved.
Motion by Joe, second by
I'll say.
Jim.
Okay, but I can speak to, I'll speak to both of these hires at the same time. They are coming to us with years of experience as a special education aide or certification as a classroom teacher, so which is great. So we're looking at having our wage start for individuals like this at that $14 an hour. And I've been working with Kara and Ryan at looking at acknowledging years of service modestly with some increased wages, looking at assisted daily living, so the toileting experience that some of our aides have to provide, and added amount for that, and also anybody working with our behavioral needs students having a base wage of $15 for them. So right now we're at $12.50. So we're working on doing kind of a study on what it would take to start to move staff members towards this. So while looking at, it's almost like a wage compression issue, where you start to bring in new hires one area, but your people who have been here for a few years are at a lower rate. So the goal is to start to bring them all to the dollar amount of about that $14. So we will be presenting some information to you probably in the month of August as we get ready for the beginning of the school year. That shows us kind of a strategy towards how we're addressing that. So we have a draft, I would say it's probably 80% there. So these two positions, both coming with experience and great qualifications, fortunate to have them. There's still 2 additional vacancies, I believe. One in the EBD program, one just at the Parkview it is. Okay. So I just had the document in hands right before the board meeting. So Kara is excited to have both of these 2 staff members recommended for hire.
Any questions on this approval to hire for Sarah Drews?